Dude, I wish I could just spectate my friends' my friends' games on Rocket League. That way, I could commentate the hell out of it.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Keep Calm and Game On podcast. I'm your host with the most, the Itch and the Hat Man, the Mad Hat Extraordinaire. Coming at you once again with episode 32. Of course, we have the usual gang, the usual banditos here with us tonight. So I'm in Cleveland. How's your week been, good sir?
It's been a great week so far. Haven't had any complaints. I've been getting attacked by women in the good way, so everything is going pretty well. In the good way.
Oh my!
The good way.
Okay, George Takeki, stop that. Pretty much, yeah. Everything's doing good on that aspect. Money's coming in decent. Work has been kosher.
You're not safe for work. Con hangover.
Oh no, that's not. But anyway, yeah. How have you been, guys?
Silence from the cast.
I don't know. Been working, streaming a little bit. Fucking.
How was that fucking game? What was it like? Hanging there, Kitty. Getting over it. That's it. How is that? Like that's the new thing I'm seeing right now.
I'm so fucking glad.
Mentioned that during the pre-show.
I'm so fucking glad I had the house to myself, dog, because that is a piece of fucking work, man. That is a piece of work. I do not. I want to say I don't like the game, but at the same time, it's a good time waster until you realize that you wasted your time because you're all the way back at start off of just one accidental push of the hammer.
Right. God damn it.
So many. And then I saw a fucking speed run of it, and that shit pissed me off. Because it was literally like you could beat it in 2 minutes.
Damn. That's hilarious.
So yeah, like, I don't know. I'm probably going to stream it again, but it's going to have to be on a good day. Because that's a game that'll easily piss you off real fast. And like playing it with a mouse is how you're supposed to play it. But I kind of said, fuck that noise. I opened up X-Patter, and I just started using the thumbstick to one of my controllers to move around.
Ooh.
Found that it made it so much easier and a little bit more responsive.
Okay.
Yeah, so that game is a thing. Oh yeah, Geese was released.
The Geese is released. How do you feel about him so far? I haven't get to check for him.
The goose is loose.
The goose is loose, but he feels like Geese. He definitely feels like Geese.
Mm-hmm.
But the issue is that he has all the Geese moves that you would see him have, but not really too much Tekken moves. So he feels jarring when you're playing him. And some of his moves are really slow, so he's able to get beat out sometimes. And he has like combo paths similar to KOF 14. So he's a little bit of a linear character, but not in a bad way like Claudio or Shaheen.
Right.
Yeah, how many meters does he have? 3, right?
5.
5?
No, I thought he had 3.
Oh wait, no, yeah, 3, yeah. Yeah, 3 meters, yeah. Yeah, that's 3 meters. And Raging Storm, that presso motion can fuck you up sometimes.
Man, that shit easy, man.
It's easy. It's easy when you're like ready to do it.
Yeah.
It's easy when you're ready to do it, but sometimes like
I'm saying, you don't really be holding down back and Tekken all like that.
Exactly.
In a 2D fighting game, you're much more likely to come from down back to something, but.
Like I accidentally got it like randomly during a match, and it worked, and I got the win off of it. But I was like, that's not even what I was really going for, but I'll take it.
I can do that shit off of KBD now.
Oh,
I mean, but yeah, KBD has a down back in it though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I could KBD then Raging Storm.
But yeah, Geese.
Because it ain't nothing but a half circle back with 2 extra directions in it.
Geese feels good. He feels good. He's pretty fun to play. He's pretty fun to play. Yeah,
he's gratifying and rewarding. Like when you do something dope with him, you feel so good about it.
But his execution barrier isn't like Tekken execution.
It's more like a 2D fighter execution barrier.
Yeah. So like I'm sitting
You have to cancel moves. You have to cancel moves in weird ways that you wouldn't.
Yeah, like I'm doing two forward 1 into half circle back 3, and sometimes the half circle back doesn't want to work for me, and I drop the combo. I'm just like, all right, yeah, I need to work on that shit in training mode. His execution is a lot different, but it feels good. He feels good. Definitely feels like he. I can't say he feels like he belongs in Tekken, but I feel like the transition for him to be in Tekken was good.
I mean, Geese will get in wherever the fuck he wants to.
Man, he is the leader of Southtown. You can't stop that, man.
He's immortal, essentially. Basically,
if Geese was the next character in fucking Skullgirls, they make sure that nigga was fun in that game.
He probably would be though, B. That shit would be gangster as fuck. Having him in art style too.
That'd be so weird, cause like he even looks a little weird in Tekken too, cause of how tall he actually is. Like I didn't expect he's fucking tall, dog. Like he's like I'm pretty sure that nigga can straight up just like look Gigas in the eye without tilting his head up. Like he's that tall. Like that dude.
Okay, I gotta check out this dude.
I will stain my hands with your breath.
Question: how is his voice acting?
Good.
I
think they had to use the same voice actor that they used in 14. Because
he's only 6 feet.
Nah, that nigga's like
180.
That motherfucker like 7 feet in Tekken, dog. Whenever you see him, like that nigga tall as shit.
He's like 6'3", 6'4" in Tekken looking.
Fucking Christ! I'm looking at the wiki right now. The Tekken wiki, and it says he's 183 centimeters, 6 feet. You ain't 6 feet, dude. You are huge.
This nigga's big as shit. Like, you put him right up. You put him like right next to Heihachi.
Man,
Heihachi, bro.
I want to see the SNK wiki. I don't trust Tekken wiki to have the accurate information for a character that's not there.
Yo, Fatal Fury Wild Ambition, man.
Oh, that shit that Running Wild posted.
Nope, same shit, yo. Same exact shit.
No, I'm just saying. I wasn't saying that it wouldn't be the same thing. I'm just saying.
Drop the link in there.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of funny.
6 feet in the Tekken universe is huge, dog.
It has to be because that nigga standing tall.
Or it just could be symbolic of his stature.
Like dude's head is just like maybe like a few inches, not even an inch, like a half an inch like below the life bar, just standing straight up. Like
he's as tall as Bob. He's as tall as Bob then.
Motherfucker's huge as shit. Like because even like you put him up side by side, he's like not a head, but like half a head over Bob.
Damn.
Like nigga's tall. I don't know why they made him so tall, but goddamn, he's tall. Oh man. Okay, well let's get into the first. Oh, well, nope. I'm wrong. I'm moving past. Okay, I know. Clay, how's your week been?
It's all right. Nothing really interesting to report. Playing video games.
How's your week been?
Aside from recovering from one holiday and getting geared up for the next, doing work. But the probably only good highlight is Knights of Valor. Re-release on PS4. IGS Poly Game Master guys. This was an out of nowhere release. It just caught wind of it a couple of days ago. It's for a free game. It's fucking good.
It's on Fightcade also.
Wait, what?
No. No. This is by the same guys. They're celebrating their 15th year anniversary.
Oh, it's a new game.
It's a new game. Yes, PS4. Yes.
Oh, free to play too. F2P.
Yeah, free to play. It's 4-player co-op multiplayer, bro. And the setup is exactly like it would be from the old school arcade, except that it's more up to date. As far as everything, high customization. You can customize the characters, upgrade the skills and shit with the in-game gold and shit that you get from beating up enemies. You have a rage meter now, so you could bust out super moves. You can actually upgrade all of that. You could pick multiple characters and level them up as well. If you're not satisfied with that, you can always clear off that. There's missions and achievements and stuff that helps you upgrade your characters. From what I'm understanding, they have there's 5 chapters. There's a stage segment for each one. Bonus stages are a new thing introduced for this now. Time attack is a lot of shit you can do. I haven't even scratched the surface of the game yet.
And this is a free game.
Yeah. I've actually
free to play on PS4.
Yeah, it's free to play on PS4. It's basically the resurgence of arcade. They have some of these staple characters that you would find from the Dynasty Warriors series that were in Knights of Valor. Not all of them, but the 3 main characters: Guan Yu, Diao Chan. Him. They have 2 new characters as well.
Even Cao Cao or Cao Cao.
No, they have this. This is somebody completely new, never seen before. Apparently, she helps you. She has something to do with the story. There's a few other characters as well. Just like Knights of Valor, it's in Dynasty Warriors. You're going against the Yellow Turban Rebellion. It's the story. They actually have a little bit of voice acting now in Mandarin as well. Everything is subtitled, but it's open ended. It's very very open ended. The combo system is great. The controls are on point. Like it's dead on accurate to what the arcade was, except that it's more made up to date. Like when you start the game, they'll say IGS 15 years, and they start showing the old games, and then they transition it from 2D to 3D. It's good. Even the combo system. I think my highest combo count was like a 92. It's nuts. It's nuts how you can change stuff in this game, dude. But yeah, 4-player co-op. The only thing I would have to give some minor negative thing, but it's kind of a given. When you switch scenes to the next area, because instead of going forward, you can go up and down if the path changes or if there's like a hidden path or something. Like a minor load screen, just a little bit. Just like when it's fading in, going into the next, but it's very minor, like not even 2 seconds, bam, instant load screen and it's done. But other than that, solid gameplay. The AI isn't too difficult. Now the health system, your health carries over. This is a heads up. Your health will carry over until you completely beat that entire chapter. Okay. As far as I know, you have unlimited revives until you hit level 11. Then you start using your in-game gold that you earn, which you get a metric fuck ton of, which you're going to be using to upgrade the stuff that you find in game. Because they have a store, but the store is 2 stores. One is the in-game store, and one, for the PlayStation Network store. But again, you earn so much stuff through in-game, it's no really need for the PlayStation Network store because you already get it. So they're leaving it open-ended with how much in-game gold they're giving you. I know a new thing they have I know assassins, that's new, like assistants. What else is new? Shit, it's so much more, dude. if I had 2 hours, I'd probably be spending here talking about the game. But short and sweet, great game for anybody who's going to pick it up. It's available now on the PlayStation, on PlayStation Plus. Again, 100% surprised. Didn't see this listed nowhere. I just happened to get on Facebook. I was getting ready to check the topics for the podcast, and that just happened to cross my screen on my news feed. So I'm like, wait, free? I checked it out, and it really does say it on the PlayStation Store. It's 100% free.
That's what's up.
Yeah. I mean, again, solid game, and it's made by the same people who did the Knights of Valor arcade game, so I know exactly what I'm getting. Super tight controls, no lag, at least not for the online part. I did play some online parts of it. It's easier to play single player for like the first half of the chapter just to get a feel for it before going online. As far as upgrades, every weapon, item, and accessory, you can actually reforge and upgrade it to like 5 levels up of that particular item to get better stats, and then that'll be it. Other than that, items. Oh yeah, item select, right stick. You use the right stick, like move the right stick, and you'll see the item wheel, similar to what Grand Theft Auto 5 has for the weapon wheel. Is similar to that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You could chain shit. No cheap deaths. It's nothing cheap about the game. If you mess up, the mistake is 100% on you. Just like the old school arcade. But that was, like I said, aside from a already hectic after Thanksgiving rush, that was basically the highlight of my week right there. Just that one game, because it kind of took me by surprise.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Very
so
nice.
that's pretty much it for me. So yeah, Knights of Valor, free game, PS4, give it a check out. And it's free, so if it's not your fancy, hey, no love lost.
Yeah, but if you're a fan of if you love Dynasty Warriors, then go for it.
Yes. It's dude.
So many yeses. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a modern beat 'em up, and it works. Yeah. Okay, Hardy, go ahead, man.
Well, my week's been pretty average. Other than working, what else have I done? Didn't have a good week because I fucked up my ankle.
How?
That ain't good.
No, I jumped and I landed on someone's foot, and that made me land really badly.
Landed. Yeah, must have tilted.
Luckily, I didn't tear it. There was no wear and tear, so it's just a one sprain one. So I should be back in action within 2 weeks. So pretty much I'm just icing it, and doing everything that's necessary to get back in form. But I've been playing Rocket League, and damn, that game is hard, especially without a pad. Actually, let me see what else. Been testing this new 5K beta, which still some problems. So yeah, some of the games there's no scoring system. Some of the games there's no scoring system unless there's an R symbol on top of the game.
I think they said that. I think the biggest problem for that is just the fucking the scores not being accurate in some of the ranked games. I can see them only having certain games be ranked because,
right,
and
potentially, once this 5K2 is official, they might get rid of 5K1. Don't take my word for it. This is not really official. I've just been reading it around the 5K Discord. So this is not going to be really official.
When they start producing 2019 cars, don't they usually stop producing the 2018 model? Makes sense.
I suppose, yeah. You could imagine it's like Windows XP then. Like, once everything's done, like, it's not going to be supported anymore. So you can imagine it's going to be that kind of
thing. I'll say more from Vista to 7.
I mean, Fightcade, they haven't updated Fightcade since like 2 years ago anyway. So I mean, since I think version 0.42 was the last one that they released. I think, I'm not sure, but yeah, they didn't really do much to it either way. So it's time for a change. It's time for something new. And just have fun downloading 13 gigs of them ROMs, people.
Yeah, but then over 3,000 ROMs, so have fun with it, people.
More than half of them you ain't even gonna think about playing.
I ain't even gonna play over 3,000 ROMs, but yeah. But there are some people that's gonna be playing playing it.
I done played like 400 of them.
Yeah, but that's basically my week. It's
all right, so
50-50.
Let's go ahead and get these topics of discussion up underway then. First being first.
Nah, what you been doing? Play both?
You already said it.
I've been working, streaming a little bit, editing videos.
You were streaming that weird ass game earlier.
Yeah, that, and then I switched over to try to learn some more geese stuff. And I got about a full week's worth of videos to upload after the podcast and get scheduled out. Yeah, that's really about it, really. Just a little worried about this winter break I'm gonna have from work.
Right.
17 days of no pay, man.
That's trash.
Yeah, it's trash, but whatever. There ain't nothing I can do about it. That's what happens when you work for the school system and you ain't permanent anywhere. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to this topic of discussion. So first being first, Australia and South America will be joining Overwatch Contenders in 2018. Okay.
More countries being added in. Nice.
I mean, the last thing I heard about anything Overwatch was that whole Defran thing.
No, which was fucking glorious. We did go over that last week, but
I'm pretty sure we did, yeah.
Yeah, we definitely talked a good bit about that. I linked the fucking moment he got banned on stream too. That was amazing. That was glorious.
Yeah, I saw that. He was just like, "Wait, what? Like, what the fuck?" Like, just like, yeah, bro. You want to troll in these games. This is gonna happen, dog. Just like League, bro. You fuck up and you feed and you troll. Motherfuckers gonna report you, dog.
And you get locked out. But back onto the topic though. This is two regions that are extremely underrepresented in esports. Basically, South America. The only thing South America I know has is FIFA, King of Fighters, and
maybe CSGO.
No, you're right, and CSGO, because there's some really great Brazilian CSGO players. So you're right about that.
Brazilians are just really into competing in a lot of different areas, especially video games.
Oh yeah, it's just that they don't have the economic viability to get the people out there unless they happen to be like Wonder Kids, like some of the players in CSGO.
Just a small country, man.
I mean, I did take the time out to actually watch what apparently is like the best competitive Overwatch game, which was, what was it, USA versus Korea? Korea.
Yeah, that was actually really fucking hypey. I did not expect USA to do that well.
It was kind of, I'm not gonna lie, it was still kind of hard to follow.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem I'm having with it. Like, the colors are just jarring. There's, especially the color schemes for the explosions and shit. Like, why would you have white as an explosion? No, you can't see through that. You can hardly follow it half the time. It's not aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah. But seems like everything really. This thing is really taking off, like Blizzard hoped it would. So. Good on them for making a game like this.
This is basically like you could say it's like what the triple A of Overwatch. So once you get to that level, then you pretty much gone to the big leagues.
Yeah, it's like the Challenger series, but for the American LCS and League of Legends. But I mean, still, you have more clear and defined path instead of just hoping that hey, you fucking are a top streamer that's in the top 500, maybe a club team will pick you up, or talking through random people through scrims and hoping to get picked up on a team. Now you have an actual path to pro, which is actually really legit.
So they got the open division, then contenders, and then the league. So
yes, sir.
It's kind of funny to me though, because I've actually seen a lot of these little pop-up shop teams that are trying to get in the open division just all over YouTube.
Yeah, but it's like, we've seen it happen in the fighting game community in the past.
True.
Somebody unknown who just took their own path to learning the game, came out of nowhere and was pretty good and continued to get better amongst people who were considered veterans or considered a part of the old guard, and carved their niche at or near the top.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
then you got flops like Team Marn.
True.
Yeah, but everybody gonna throw their hat in if the opportunities is out there. Can't fault the nigga for trying.
I don't know. Sometimes you can just see the writing on the wall.
Yeah, but like I said, can't fault a nigga for trying. I don't give a shit what's written on the wall. If I want to do some shit, it don't matter what my chances of success or failure is. Like, it's better that I do it and get it out the way, so I don't be like, yeah, I could have did that.
Yeah, living with the regret will fucking haunt you longer than living with the failure.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not saying that, but yeah, you're right. All right, so Australia and South America, welcome to Overwatch.
Well, they're not here yet. They still gotta wait till the second season.
They're not going to be here until next year.
Yeah. But they're here, though. It's been announced. So
they're technically yes and technically no, but welcome to the game.
Yeah, welcome to the league.
Fortnite update adds weapons, smoke grenades, and 2 more leaderboards.
Wait, this is a free to play. Fortnite is a free to play, right?
No, Battle Royale is free to play.
Battle Royale, but not the actual Fortnite. No, the Battle Royale is free.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I mean, if everyone, I've had a lot of people ask me, "How's that Fortnite?" I said, "Dude, I don't have Fortnite. I have the Battle Royale." They said, "What?" I said, "Yeah, that's the free to play. The actual game is not. It's easy to get it mixed up."
I don't know. I played like 2 games of it, and not my cup of tea, dog.
Same thing for me.
It's like no matter where you land, somebody's gonna find the best weapon instantly and then just kill you. It's like, oh, okay.
What I don't like is when you get to like the top 5 and there's nowhere to run. People just sit here and build a house, and you're just like, really, dog? Like you're 2 shots from dying, and you're gonna build a house and run away. That shit always fucking just makes me giggle. But I mean, besides that, it looks fun. It's fun to watch to me, but it's just not my shit. Like I prefer PUBG.
That's a unique concept.
Yeah. Well, it's not for bringing it into a battle royale game. Yes, it totally fucking is. Like I'm not hating on that for being in the game, but
I'd rather just play some shit where I could punch someone.
There you go.
Okay,
yeah.
Go play Super Punch Out on the Super
Nintendo. That's why I've
refunded that's punching the AI. I want to punch one of y'all niggas or some other.
yeah. I can vouch for Fortnite BR. It is better with friends. Playing it by yourself is going to be the experience that you guys saw it as. It's not recommended to play that solo. If you're going to play something like that solo, stick with PUBG. But I mean, my own personal experience from it, I mean, with friends, because I got it on PS4, it's good. The only time we had an issue with that is like an entire team was building shit in the damn sky. We was like, what the fuck? And they was after us. They were literally building platforms as fast as they can get to the damn center. I mean, we outlasted, though. We outlasted every other team. Everyone survived to the end. So, yeah, we did good. But yeah, it's like what Evan and Cleveland said. I mean, if it's not going to be up your alley, stick with PUBG.
No.
It's
He can
that's what I
recommend
said.
PUBG. I can't recommend PUBG.
He doesn't. I don't even think he even like battle royale games, don't you?
I don't know, dog. Cause like
You haven't just found one yet.
I played PUBG for about like 2 hours, then refunded it. Then I tried Fortnite for a couple games, and I was like, "Yeah, this ain't for me," and I uninstalled it. Like,
yeah, it's not everybody.
Sounds like shooters aren't your thing.
It's like.
Sounds like shooters isn't your thing.
No, shooters can be my thing, cause like whenever Ghost in the Shell was popping, I was on that shit heavy.
Yeah. It's just that you don't like that aspect of not being on an even playing field and having randomization.
Not really, yeah. Because like I mean, like even when it comes to like Siege, right? Like I'll play the shit out of Siege. Like Siege is fun. When it comes to shit like Terrorist Hunt though, like I ain't gonna call myself a bitch, but I will call myself taking it slow as hell.
Right.
Because you never know what the fuck is around the corner.
I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. That's the whole point. Like the niggas who run out in the open on PUBG get smoked. You supposed to go in the crib, grab whatever the fuck is in there, and then chill out for a minute. Look out the window, see if you see anybody in the distance, and then move up to the next settlement and get closer to the center of the circle. If you're just running around fucking looking for trouble, you're gonna find it in the form of a bullet in your motherfucking head.
Yeah. On there you can't see the names at all unless it's somebody in your squad, and if you play, that's the only real way to play Fortnite BR. You play with a squad, but you can't see other players' names. You got to really be paying attention to everything. Like they introduced bushes now, so you can do some fucking Looney Tunes shit and walk with the bush. The bush has like 1 hit point. Serious. That's like one of the best things, because people see the bush and will never expect that's somebody in that bush, because they won't pay attention to it.
Fuck that, nigga. I see a bush, I'm shooting it.
Oh yeah, it pays you to shoot everything in it. Because sometimes you'll find a treasure chest and you'll see the golden bush. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Oh, it's got 2 shots. Okay, it's got 2 shots. But they've had people hide in trees and shit. So yeah, I can totally see that working.
But yeah, like I said with PUBG, man, like I've already paid my money to play it. It's alright. You know, if I play it some more, I might like it, but you ain't getting my money. So somebody else gotta buy that shit for me. Alright, more Battlefront 2
Succotash, that bush is moving.
Battlefront 2 news. Again, hidden character customization. Oh, EA, why do you keep fucking up? Okay, so thanks to data miners, we found out that there was supposed to be a character customization mode for Battlefront 2, where you could have, like, if you wanted to, fucking pink Darth Vader. Nah, EA thought that was stupid and took it out. Even though the 2014 version of Battlefront featured a character customization. EA says, one thing we were very focused on, and are extremely focused on, is not violating the canon of Star Wars. Darth Vader in white probably doesn't make sense versus black. Not to mention you probably don't want Darth Vader in pink. No offense to pink, but I don't think that's the right canon. Is it canon for you to be able to, I don't know, like,
for pink Darth Vader? I'm just saying.
You said what?
I said it would be whack as fuck to see all these different colored Darth Vaders. Though I would want to like find out where people live and square up.
It don't matter. It's the fact that
pull up on him at the grocery store like, well, yeah, was you the dude with the green Darth Vader? I need to talk to you.
I mean, it really don't matter though, because
I think they were just going to try to package it as DLC later on down the line.
As if the game doesn't have enough DLC already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you know, if you throw something at somebody for $3, people ain't going to trip. Like, yeah, customization mode $3, people be like, well, it would be cool to color up my shit. All right, fuck it, $3.
But the fucked up thing about that is, though, be like they had that shit in the first game.
Mm-hmm.
And if they was to go and pull that shit off, like you said later on the line, like $5, get the customization packs, like 20 free skins. Nah, they're gonna have both of these.
You don't even get to keep that Darth Vader that you got though. So when I do get that Darth Vader, I want to be able to have it be my Darth Vader.
Right. And on that, even on that aspect, like it's fucking 2017 going 2018, and we're losing options in video games just so we can buy them back later. Like I remember when I was a kid, we had cheat codes, and now I gotta pay fucking $20 in GTA.
Hell no, nigga, we had hidden menus too. That you use code to access. Like you remember in Fatal Fury 3, there was the color customization that was hidden behind the code. Yeah, my uncle, he had the code in the box to be able to unlock that, so he was able to have his black and red Kim Cap 1.
But still, shit like that you've grown up with and you expect to have in games are now being put behind paywalls. The most basic of shit. Next thing you know, fucking Call of Duty 2018 paid $10 to unlock the options menu. Pay another $5 to get on online multiplayer. These piecemeal fucking bullshit ass.
No, we already got that in the form of online passes.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong, but they will find a way to get that extra drop of fucking change out your fucking wallet.
And that was the combat pre-owned.
Exactly. Which that wound up backfiring, but they're still trying to find more ways to fucking get more money.
It's EA being EA.
It's every game company being every game company. Well, no, I'm not gonna say every, but the big AAA bad boys, those a-holes. They know who they are.
Those bleeps.
And in more EA news, EA loses $3 billion in stock value after Battlefront 2 debacle.
Remember, the rebels always win. Woo! $3 billion though, man. That's gotta hurt.
EA's stock is down 8.5% month to date, which equates to around $3.1 billion in losses. EA's December quarter sales forecast was fairly optimistic when it came out on October 31st.
34th.
We you celebrating October on Mars, nigga?
Yeah, we'll say that. Let's see. They rated the stock with an outperform rating of 130 price target per share. Well, as of right now, it's trading at 109.47 a share after hitting a low today of 106.
I mean,
this is honestly, I think, is a pocket change for them in terms of this kind of stuff.
Nah, but like imagine losing 8% of a business that big. That's fucking a lot of fucking money.
3.1
but then think about any business, right? Your profit is only going to be a small percentage, right?
Mm-hmm.
So think about what the shareholders paid for their shares when they paid for them, right? And then to lose 8% of that value, depending on when you get in, you could have lost all the profit that you had and been back at the starting point of what you paid for the shares that you own. So it's like 8.5% losses on your profits. You're like, most businesses only make like 10-15% profits.
Like that's if like the high that Bitcoin has right now. What if that shit just immediately dropped down to, instead of 10,000, 8,000?
Right. And you've been sitting on that like 5 Bitcoins, but you're like, I'm just gonna wait till it goes up and wait till it goes up. I'm not gonna sell. I'm not gonna sell.
You just lost $10,000.
Exactly.
Because you had 5 Bitcoins, but that shit dropped $2,000 per Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you might still be able to cake up, but you just lost $10,000.
And that don't feel good for nobody.
Nobody.
Yeah.
That's especially 10 racks,
when
man.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you know what I mean? That's fucking 8.5% for a businessman. That's a big loss.
That's a huge loss.
That's right. And the fact that you can actually see that is $3.1 billion with a B. What's
That's
a B?
That's 3,000 million.
Dude, could you, man? Just gone, vanish into thin air, never to be seen again.
You can make fucking 3,000 people millionaires with that
Bro,
money
like,
right now.
that's fucking. That's a hit on my Christmas bonus right there. That's the.
Right.
That's 8% of a multinational corporation.
Yeah, and they generated $800 million in profits with just microtransactions alone in 2016.
So think
Through
about
Ultimate
it like
Team.
that. Bro, so think about that, man. Like they lost 3.1 billion.
I mean, of course they're gonna bounce back from it, but at the same time, that's still $3.1 billion though.
And then now you've got this image
over a short period of time though.
Yeah, very short period of time.
Think about how quickly they lost $3 billion.
Like it was nothing.
You ever go out and spend $300 in like 20 minutes and you're like, what the fuck?
After I fucking pay bills,
yeah.
I fucking sit there and get my bank account. Like, man, I'm sitting pretty. You pay these bills, you come back, you're like,
oh, nigga, that's me every paycheck, dog.
I'm gonna have to fucking start selling drugs or a kidney or a testicle or some shit, B.
Start selling other people's kidneys.
Give him some ice baths. But yeah, $3.1 billion, EA. Congratulations on your fucking flop. And then even more EA news.
It's EA week.
EA says people don't really enjoy linear games as much as today. You gotta cut the bridge when you realize you can't make a lot of money on something. That's the case. Why in the fuck was Doom such a huge thing? Why was Doom so huge? That's linear. That's my first point right there. Like, nigga, you stupid. Yeah, everybody just freeze. Everybody's just frozen. What the fuck? What is going on with this guy? What the fuck? Yeah, hello?
A minute for the audio and stuff to come back up.
Okay, what the fuck just happened?
That's Discord.
Discord.
Probably Discord.
Okay, all right, we're back. Okay, so what was the last thing
So
y'all
yeah,
heard?
let me lead this one off. We was talking about EA saying people don't enjoy linear games.
Yeah, and I brought the point of what the fuck is Doom then? Doom was such a huge success.
I feel like Doom was a good game, but I don't know if it was necessarily huge.
Oh, dude, it made fucking, I want to say $500 million in profit for fucking Bethesda alone. Like, it was one of the best rated games, single player games out there for the time it was out.
Word up, but how much of an investment did it take in a single player department? Like, from everybody that I heard, like, it didn't take that long to beat the game.
True, but you're not.
But that's the big thing. I feel like they're equating linear games with long drawn out experiences, And being that the majority of games that they're trying to bring towards mature audiences,
Okay, so if
with
that's the
drawn out
case,
stories,
why was Skyrim re-released like 10 times and people still buy it?
And it's
Because-
and it for a full price too.
because nobody actually plays through Skyrim. They fucking play it like the majority of people. The majority of people who own Skyrim, they play it like the majority of people play Grand Theft Auto and just kind of explore the fucking world whenever they feel like it. And don't
because everybody that I've ever talked to has been like, yeah, well, I beat Skyrim like 3 times already.
Yeah, and what type of people do you talk to on a regular basis? Motherfuckers who play games, but that's not the majority of people.
But that's what we talking about, people that play games.
No, people that actually play through them though. Like, not everybody's a hardcore gamer.
Like
I know
Joe,
a lot
like
more.
Joe Schmo round the block has probably played more.
Like people, like if somebody's going to invest $60 into a product, you best believe.
Yeah, but you can get $60 out of Skyrim without beating the game.
And even then, not Skyrim. You could also say Fallout too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and a lot of people didn't beat that game or didn't play the game to beat it like that. Like,
but I would argue against that though.
Because just playing the game and exploring the world is its own experience. That's
Okay, but is that not enjoying the game though?
But that's not what we're talking about. Though.
That's what EA.
We're talking about how the business people are equating the amount of time that you spend playing a game like that versus playing the casual games that are seeming to be the shit that people are playing more of, like Overwatch, like League of Legends.
Then you could also say the same thing about any GTA ever, because once you beat the story, you're done with it for a while.
Games that are a grind, but also are easy to pick up and put down. You can pick up League, play 3 games, and then go on about your life. You can pick up Overwatch, play a couple games, and go on about your life.
You can pick up any Grand Theft Auto, play a couple missions, and then go about your life. You can pick up Skyrim, play a couple amount of missions, and then go about your life.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that the perception from their side is different, because if you're playing a game with that mentality of, I have to explore everything, I have to find all the secrets and shit, and that's what they're thinking about. They're not thinking about people playing a game like that in a casual sense and just picking it up and playing it, putting in the cheat codes and getting 5 stars and blowing shit up.
Wasn't
giving a shit.
But didn't EA also put out Shadows of Mordor?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's probably where they're getting this from, because Shadows of Mordor had that bullshit in there where if you didn't do any of the fucking microtransactions, you couldn't beat the fucking game.
Yeah, I don't know shit about that, because
we talked about it a couple episodes on the podcast. But
the first Shadow of Mordor, whatever the fuck that game is, didn't appeal to me in the first place. So.
But they're probably
but it still appeal to a lot of people though.
I'm just saying I don't know anything about the microtransactions and all that shit. I ain't talking about it.
It was the one where you could basically like raise a company of orcs. Remember we talked about that, and without that, and without the upgrades that came from microtransactions, you couldn't beat the end of the game because you weren't powerful enough.
Basically, what they're doing is looking at market trends and looking at all these games like Overwatch and all that shit that's selling based on it being a game first, and they're saying that, you know what I mean, people are gravitating and putting more into them.
You also got to think about it in the sense that it takes a lot more time to make a fucking single player story driven game than it does a multiplayer game that you just shoot
and it takes a lot more people, voice actors, fucking world designers, all that type of shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
So these multiplayer games you can just pick up and put down whenever you please. Of course, they're going to come out in much more abundance, so people are going to gravitate towards those because everybody's
because you can create a protracted experience with limited resources, and then add on top of it, you know what I mean, and then keep the game going.
Yeah, people but that doesn't mean that people don't enjoy the linear games.
Yeah, but at the same time, the continued revenue stream is coming from people supporting shit like Overwatch, shit like League of Legends. Once somebody pays that $60, you can only get so many DLC packs out of a nigga before you have to make another fucking game and hope that people will buy as many copies of this one as they did the last one. A lot of series have fallen off a cliff after being successful, and it is a risk. You fucking make a game that costs fucking $10 million one time, and then you got to raise the bar and make a game that costs $30 million the next time, when you could just make a fucking League of Legends or Overwatch clone, and if it fucking dies, it dies, but you didn't have to do all that extra shit. You know what I mean? Like, it just goes back to the fucking business ruining the craft at the end of the day.
Yeah, but this is EA we're talking about.
It's every game company. Don't lay the shit just strictly at the feet of EA. Like, EA is a good punching bag, but let's be fucking honest. Like, it's the industry itself. You can't just say one company.
Because EA didn't make PUBG. EA didn't make fucking Overwatch.
Mm-hmm. But that's the thing. PUBG is a victim of its own success in that respect. Like, dude made the game. Once it did, the circumstances changed, and I think any of us can understand that, because at that point, when you sell that many games, being a small developer, it's not just you no more. You got to move into different areas and make deals with different people, and it's a different ball game once you sell 2 million in the first month or so of your shit being out, and nobody even knew two things about it besides the hardcore people who follow.
But the EA doesn't give you much freedom to, like, you know.
And if you're gonna say that, like, you got these AAA companies sitting here with billions of dollars in marketing compared to somebody who has like $0 in marketing and is relying off of word of mouth.
I mean,
but at the end of the day, it ain't their money. It ain't their money to begin with. Most of the money that goes into these games don't belong to the companies that make them. It belongs to the fucking fat cats,
the shareholders,
with the money that have it to invest, but don't really have a vested interest in the video game industry besides their investment capital.
Right.
I don't know. I cannot agree with this statement though, because there's too many games that I can list right now that are linear that motherfuckers enjoyed and wanted more of.
Yeah, but it's not. That's not what they're saying. Is they're fucking corporate. They have to mask it. It's like when motherfuckers said motherfuckers ain't gonna remember the X-Men, or, like, you know what I mean, or what was the other shit? We were just talking about it. The dumb shit.
Oh, yeah, like how fucking, like, the characters are fucking functions. You don't need.
Yeah.
No. We were just talking about it today before we went on stream. But either way, when they go out, they have to fucking try to wrap that shit up in a package. Basically, they're saying that people are continuously supporting certain types of games with their money after they release the game and buy the game, and even making money off games that are free. You know what I'm saying? For very little initial startup capital. So just like Konami wanted to move into mobile games because that's the move over there, it's the same thing here. They want to move into those fucking commodity-based esports type games and loot boxes and all that bullshit, bro. That's just coded speech. It's not that people don't enjoy those type of games. It's just the fact that
when you make your money on it, you make your money on it, and that's it.
Well, yeah,
it's in you. Gotcha.
Yeah, and you get it's the whole speak with your wallet thing. Like, yep. people do buy the games, but then when you see the type of games that people continuously support, the writing is on the wall, so to speak. People is going to keep dropping money for them fucking Rocket League keys and shit. Like, people is going to keep, putting them, like, just them loot boxes and shit. That's the wave of the future. That's what they're doing now.
But see, that's why we've been having this huge amount of backlash up on that now.
Hold on. You think that's the right marketing with loot boxes?
No, that's
the philosophy of the future. It's
not the right marketing, but if people are buying it, then who's to blame?
Exactly. Exactly.
It's just like the whole argument with music. If motherfuckers is out here listening to this dumb shit, then whose fault is it? It's not the person's fault for making it. It's motherfuckers' fault for buying it.
Yeah, because I can't lie. I'm a little bit a part of the trend as well. Because if I have like a spare $5,
if somebody walked up to you,
points every now and again.
If somebody walked up to you with a fucking piece of horse shit on a piece of bread and said, this is a shit sandwich for $1.99, if you choose to buy that shit and eat it, it's not the dude's fault for selling it to you.
I have an even better example than that when people were literally buying bullshit from Cards Against Humanity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Literally. They said on the site is a box of shit.
Like, if I could... If somebody would buy my toenail clippings off eBay, am I a horrible person for selling it to them? They wanted to buy it. That didn't mean nothing to me. I can grow more toenails.
Yeah, like the people that buy blended iPhones and shit off eBay.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is a blended iPhone?
You put an iPhone in a blender.
And people actually buy that shit, dog. I mean, if you got the
someone bought like Angelina Jolie's Air for like $15,000. So,
Air, not even her hair, her Air.
Shit, somebody bought some air. Somebody bought some air from Kobe's last game. But yeah, like that's all I'm saying. If people are speaking with their wallets to this bullshit, then whose fault is it?
The consumers.
They're just providing a service.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't buy crack off one crack dealer, there's 1,000 other ones that'll sell it to you.
You have a bigger fucking way to pitch it to you.
But at the end of the day, you're the one who wants it. So I feel like a lot of people, and this isn't an insult to anybody at all, but as gamers, like, and as consumers in any economic thing, man, we need to speak with our wallets. If we have a problem with the way that business is going down, look at how people got pissed because of Star Wars. $3 billion in like less than a month they lost. So if niggas said, fuck you, I'm not buying a fucking loot box, I play your game all the fucking time, just give me some shit to unlock. And that sense of accomplishment. And people stop buying the keys for them loot boxes and shit. Like, you'll see the market change, but...
You okay there, Evan?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just trying to fix up something.
People are accepting these shitty business practices.
Right, and that's the biggest thing. Like, if you still go out and you're going to sit here and complain about the quality of the crack that you have, but you're still fucking buying it, you're not fucking helping to solve the problem. You got to go out there and tell motherfuckers drugs bad, okay? You need to stop that. Drugs and bad, okay? Do something else with your money, or at least argue against it. What like a lot of these fucking people have been doing over in different places, like over in fucking Belgium, loot boxes banned against the law. You can't have those in the games anymore because that is now considered gambling. And since minors are buying these games, it's considered underage gambling, which most of these fucking companies now have to scramble and fucking take these things and patch them out the games now. Or make clauses to have like, oh, is your parent really here? Shit going on like they always should have been doing, but mom and daddy are like, here, take the car, get the fuck out my face.
That's the parents' fault. That's not
that. Granted, that is true. That is the parents' fault. But I'm just right. Go ahead.
That ain't got nothing to do with it. It's more just the business practices.
Exactly.
If we want to change the business practices, if we want to quit these false narratives from entering the public consciousness, you know what I mean, and hold these people accountable for the dumb shit they say. Like, come on, man. Marvel is the X-Men. Like, besides Spider-Man, that's the most mainstream shit. So you can't say people don't remember them. You can't say people don't want to play compelling single-player games. A lot of the fucking best games of the last generation and the best ones of this one were single-player experiences. The Last of Us being one of them.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Last
that
of
was
Us,
a big
fucking
game.
Nathan Drake and shit. Like yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of fucking games that are single player in nature, but at the same time, people need the
Uncharted.
Uncharted. Yeah, that's what I'm.
People need to fucking like stand up and fucking prove more that fucking the commodity-based gaming isn't the only thing that people are doing out here.
Right, and that just leads right back to what the whole topic of the matter at hand. Like you saying, these people are looking at these market trends and seeing that everybody's spending money on loot boxes and skins and whatnot, and these single player games, even though they're fucking selling, they're not selling as much as a fucking like a 20 stack of fucking.
The profit margin ain't as high.
Yeah, exactly.
You might spend 35 million making the game and only make 42 million, but then you spend 2 million.
That same 35 million making the game, but you can also get another 35 from the loot boxes on top of that.
Yeah, and then that money is going to keep coming because the game might already be done, but people are still playing. These loot boxes are still happening.
It's a consistent revenue stream coming in.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing. These companies, they like the games are more costly to make, and they want a more continuous revenue stream.
Mm-hmm.
That's why all that DRM shit has been being danced around for a few years now, because they try and get all their bread.
I'm seeing a lot of smirking there with that.
He's got some memes going on right now, probably.
Oh, yeah. Nothing to post yet. I'm waiting for the I'm waiting for the opportune time to post. So keep going.
My Infinity Gems, yo. But in closing, though, be like, we can always sit here and argue that one type of game is not going to do what another type of game is. But if the market speaks, the market knows what the hell money looks like and what language money speaks, and at any rate, like if motherfuckers are out here in Overwatch buying loot boxes by the dozens, and Active Blizzard is sitting there just letting it rain on top of them, then Active Blizzard is going to be like, no, we're not going to make another single player Diablo. We're going to make sure that it has some kind of loot box function in here.
Some sort of extended revenue stream.
Exactly. Constant extended revenue stream for us to make money without having to do much.
We need that SURS. Mm-hmm. Constant extended revenue stream. SURS. That's the word of the day. But in closing, I just want to say, like, as gamers, we either need to stand together, or we need to stay in our lanes and populate the genres and the developers and the companies that we hold dear and that have entertained us the most for our money. Because at the end of the day, the best thing that a game company could do is know who their fans are. Yep. Because then they'll continue to come out with games that serve those fan bases and try to keep those people close because they know that they can rely on them to check out their games consistently.
Exactamundo.
You're right.
That's why, like, Nintendo will always have my heart.
That's why Nintendo will always have fans, because the way that they do their business is they know who their fans are. So everything that they put their foot forward with, first and foremost, goes to cater to the classic Nintendo fans, and then everything else kind of falls in place.
Right.
As long as the Nintendo system has those heavy-hitting Nintendo first-party titles, people will buy the system, and then the third-party developers, whoever they may be, can capitalize and try to make some good games for the system as well and see how they fare with their system. Right. But first and foremost, everybody just needs to know their fan base. I don't think EA really has the right to tell people what people are playing when they're always some of the first to try to fucking herald some fucking negative change to the market.
Right.
Along with Activision and Ubisoft is some of the worst offenders that I could think of off the top of my head.
And that's the top three. That's the top three biggest offenders right there is Ubisoft, EA, and Activision/Blizzard.
Yep.
Blizzvision.
Nah, I guess it gotta be horrible. It's like fucking snow blindness.
Alright. Final Fantasy 15 will be getting more DLC episodes in 2018.
Oh, we're getting right back around. Great segue, that man. Great segue. I mean, this is just harking back to the same topic we were talking about. Like, what was it? Extended revenue streams? What was the word they again, Clay?
Source.
Source.
Continuous extended revenue streams. Yep.
This is exactly what this is. But see, this in itself is a good way of doing it because you're still getting a good amount of content for the money. You're not getting something that's easily disposable and forgettable. You're getting something
like a fucking new weapon or something,
or a new skin, right?
Content extending. Now we all remember the halcyon days of that middle Xbox 360 era.
Oh yeah,
like, you were getting all this great DLC like Oblivion, Knights of the Nine, and fucking the Fallout 3, Point Lookout, The Pit, Operation Anchorage, like shit that really added to your experience of the game.
Right.
Or seeing a game come out and being like, yeah, I'll just wait for the Game of the Year edition so I can get all that shit at once. Shit that really added to the game and the experience of the game. Liberty City Stories with Grand Theft Auto 4, shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then they started using DLC in such a fucking predatory and cancerous way. Like DLC was at the beginning was looking like something like, wow, you mean you can put a file on my console and then fucking add more content to the game that I already beat? Now it's like, oh yeah, like you said, unlock the options menu. Yeah, unlock the ability to turn down the music.
Techno abused the shit out of that too.
Yep. Oh god.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Techno was like the worst, the first offender.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started.
Yeah, but I don't know, fucking costumes and all that shit, that's all optional.
But they saw us what people were buying.
That is all optional.
Yeah, but like when it's something that you feel like adds to the experience of the game besides just being some shit that is an obvious cash grab.
Hey, watching titties bouncing in the fucking like stream bikini, some people want to see that.
Yeah, but they don't have to buy all $6,000 worth of the DLC and then try to blame the company like having that many options is a bad thing. Like, you can pick and choose what you want. Like, you know what I mean? Like, is that not a bad thing? You might not want every outfit for every character. You might just want these couple of things for the character that you use. Like, that's cool. Pay your couple dollars and get out of Dodge. Stay in your lane. Like, you know what I mean? But when you're fucking just locking whole game features behind a paywall, that's the problem here.
Like online passes.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Shit, worst offender that I know of, and I hate the fact that I had to do this, was Tekken Tag 2.
You're not wrong. Holy fuck, you're not wrong.
Shit, I bought the motherfucking game, and I was like, oh shit, finna go home and fucking finally learn how to play Tekken again. Yada yada yada. Didn't really like Tekken 6 that much. Wait a minute, why the fuck can't I go online? I need an online pass. $10.99. Fuck.
Unless you buy the game day one, but everybody out here can't do shit like that, so they gotta find
I bought
a
it
way.
for like $25.
Exactly.
I was alright with that, and then it's like, oh no, you gotta spend an extra $11. Fuck.
Right. But now they're starting to go away with that shit now.
Man, I ain't seen an online pass in years, G.
Well, like we're saying, like it's a fading trend now. You don't see it. I don't even think the last Madden didn't have it.
It's faded. Like that
right.
That shit's been gone since probably 2012.
Right. True.
2013 maybe. Like, but
which is good though.
But from what I heard, a big part of why that happened was also because PlayStation Plus was free.
Mm-hmm.
So the fucking companies didn't get those little pennies for having online games a part of their roster.
Right.
From Sony. Whereas with Microsoft,
ain't free no more.
Yeah,
it definitely ain't. That's why there ain't no more online passes.
Gotta pay for them servers.
Exactly.
You gotta pay for them same servers they was using on PS3.
That get hacked every day.
Servers get hacked every day, beat.
Mm-hmm.
But in there.
But yeah, man, DLC used to be wonderful, like, and it still can be something that's used to give a game more life and more depth.
Like what they're doing with Final Fantasy fucking 15.
Yeah, definitely. Not really a big fan of the game, but I'm okay with DLC that extends the story, adds new areas, things like that.
Yeah.
Gives people a reason to load up that fucking completed save and go back in and say, "Oh shit, I fucking beat this shit and I can't remember how to play it, but I'm about to play this new fucking 15 hours worth of content real quick and see if I can get back in the groove." That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing wrong with that at all.
And this is an example of good DLC business practices that a lot of companies need to do, especially for single player content that they say we don't fucking play.
Definitely.
But if nobody's playing it, why are they releasing the 5th expansion now? The 5th fucking pack or some shit they got going on here? I mean,
because Final Fantasy's Final Fantasy, man. And
you're right. It makes money.
What the fuck is this? Oh shit.
What did you do now, have, man?
Oh shit. What is this? I don't even know what this is. It's oh wow. All right. Whatever. Regardless, Mega Man Anniversary stream announced for December 4th. Capcom says fans won't want to miss the stream.
You see my face?
So what are they teasing a new Mega Man Battle Network system for Game Boy Advance?
Better.
Like, because I know they ain't fucking about to put out an actual Mega Man game.
You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna have the homeboy in the fucking Mega Man fucking onesie standing on stage.
You know what they're gonna do?
Adventures of Rochan mobile game.
They're gonna do Capcom versus Mega Man versus Street Fighter 2.
They already did that fucking 5 years ago.
Right.
Nah, I'm talking about the one that was on PC, Mega Man vs. Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Mega Man game where all the bosses were Street Fighter characters.
Yeah.
Probably don't do sequel of that.
Man,
so they're gonna do it with Mega Man X now?
They're gonna do Mega Man X versus Street Fighter Alpha, and it's gonna be a mobile turn-based RPG where you guys sign in on a daily basis to get new characters.
And you get loot capsules.
Yeah.
You get loot capsules to get different power up in characters. There we go.
Hey, we got a new loot box game for iOS and Android. Go bad or fuck off. Go bad fucking microtransactions or fuck off, because we hate you. And there will never be another new Mega Man game, so stop asking. One of them niggas gonna borrow that Harada shirt. Don't ask me for shit. Like...
They haven't done a Mega Man game in 7 years now.
I have no faith.
Different.
I have no faith in
30 years. It's been 30 years.
I have no faith in Capcom doing anything that anybody actually wants.
Same.
Yeah.
You're not gonna want to miss this stream and leave highly disappointed.
Every time.
Maybe
my bad. They haven't seemed to learn their lesson either.
Maybe they'll announce Geese Howard Man for fucking the new Mega Man game.
No, Geese Man. Geese Man is the final boss. The what man?
It's gonna be Goose Lowman.
Goose Lowman. With Randy Bogart.
Goose Hayward.
Hayward.
Goose Hayward. And fucking not Randy. Randy Bowman.
No, his name will be Turk Hayward.
Turk Hayward.
Turk Hayward.
Oh, he's got a Rock Howard. Yeah, Turk Hayward.
or Geese Howard, like Turk instead of like a turkey.
Yeah.
Turk Hayward.
Turk Hayward. Oh God. Oh God!
Nah,
but
like,
it wouldn't be Hayward. It'd be A-word. So turkey and then word.
Turk A-word.
Turk A-word, man.
Oh shit! Yeah. I hope they do something, because Mighty Number 9 seemed to
11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah,
Tune
tomorrow.
in to get disappointed.
Cat
Yeah.
community.
Well, we'll see what happens.
And then watch that they live in infamy as something crazy. Something crazy is going to happen. They're going to be like, yeah, Mega Man X47. We just skipped all the other ones. We went straight to 47.
Nah, guarantee it's gonna be a Mighty Number 9 and Mega Man crossover again.
Oh God, no! Don't do that. No.
Call it Mega Number 9.
More like Mega Number 2.
Nah, Mega Man Power Fighters 3 announced.
Wow.
If they drop that, I would literally go hype. I would go fucking hype.
I wouldn't.
They dropped that.
I
I would
wouldn't
go.
either.
I would go jump off the 9th Street Bridge and leave the suicide note.
I died because of Power Fighters 3.
Capcom, you let me down again. And just to show everybody else how you let them down, I jumped off this bridge. So I know you ain't gonna be there to catch me, Capcom.
Turk Hayward in a robot suit.
Turk Hayward.
And his drop for you is gonna be Raging Storm. It's just a one-use castle instantly kills whatever boss you having problems with.
And then the regular shot will be a Rapukin clone.
Mm-hmm.
G shit. I'm intrigued to see how bad Capcom will disappoint everyone who supported them over the past almost 40 years.
That seems like what we're gonna do.
Okay. Stream. Okay, so 1 hour prior to the stream, Capcom will air a Streamer Showdown pre-show that will feature trivia and guest appearance by streamer Pro Jared, speedrunner Used Pizza, and rapper Mega Ran. Viewers will also have a chance to win Mega Man prizes by tuning in.
Yeah, there's gonna be over 500 to 1,000 people watching that.
I mean, I've never been a big fan of Mega Man, so I really don't care. But, you know, to those that are, if you want to tune in.
Regardless, he's an iconic character who deserves a lot more respect from the company that created him than they've been giving him over the past, let's say, almost 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He definitely shouldn't have been relegated to the fucking annals of video game history. He should still be a current force out there. I mean, there's a lot of unique things that they've been doing with platformers, like action platformers, and in particular, things that could be done with the technology today that they're just fucking completely neglected. I mean, I love Capcom. I got a fucking Street Fighter Alpha 2 hoodie hanging on the back of my chair right now. Like, I love them niggas. But just to go back to what we were talking about earlier, you gotta know who your fucking fan base is, and you gotta fucking cater to them, because the stragglers will come in if you make good shit.
Yeah.
When you're a fan of something, you scream about that shit from the rooftops. Like Knights of Valor wasn't even a topic, and I think it was much more well covered than a lot of the shit that we were fucking talking about here tonight.
Because Knights of Valor's a good game, though.
But also because Lionel's a fan of that shit, and if it's done well, then fans are gonna let your ass know that even if you're not a fan, even if you've never experienced this, it's worth checking out if you like this type of thing, and even if you don't, you might find something about it that you do like. True fans are gonna let people know about how good their company or their developer did with the product that they put out. So stop trying to reach too much. Niggas be reaching, trying to bring all these fucking people in. Just fucking make good games for your fans, and we'll do the rest.
Real talk.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, you think Capcom's the EA of Japan?
No, Konami.
Yep.
Yeah, it's Konami.
Capcom's more like the fucking Ubisoft.
Yeah. It tend to promise things but screw over their fans. Yep, sounds like Ubisoft. They should
Capcom's
get together and make a game that'll never release.
Capcom was like that chick that was like bad as fuck in 2002, and then you didn't see her. You didn't see her.
Oh god, we're going with this women's segment again.
You didn't see her no more until like last week, and you seen her. She got 6 kids. Like two of her babies' dads live at the crib with her right now. 2 of them niggas. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know, it's just all bad. Like Capcom used to be the shit. Damn, homie. In high school, you was the man,
homie.
Face ass.
What happened to you?
They're still stuck on that Street Fighter.
Now we're gonna get into the email questions of today. We have 2 of them this time instead of 1, so we got a double whammy for you. First one being top 5th generation console.
5th generation PS2 and shit, or PS1?
PS1.
PS1.
Okay, this is the 5th generation console. The 3DO, the Atari Jaguar, the Sega Saturn, the PlayStation, and the N64.
Atari Jaguar are free.
There's more to it though, or those.
Nah,
I know.
5th gen is 89 to 95.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
So
Really,
TurboGrafx
90.
16, Genesis, Neo Geo,
Sega Saturn,
Super
PlayStation.
Yeah.
CDI, 3DO, Atari Jaguar.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. It's
So-
pretty much the 32-bit, 64-bit. Okay, in addition to the 5s that I named, there was the FM Towns,
FM Towns Marty.
the Omega CD32.
64 just missed the mark. It was released in 96.
It's still considered a 5th gen though. Just in the whole thing, it was just a little bit after the fucking point, but it's still considered 5th gen.
No, that's considered 6th gen. Sega Saturn, Sony, PlayStation, and 64 is 6th gen.
Yep, it is because the Atari Jaguar was at the end of the 5th. It was like Atari Jaguar, and
93.
then it was at
Yeah.
Atari Jaguar and 3DO and CDI was like the fucking
Yeah,
the
CDI
precursors
was 91,
to
3DO and Jaguar were 93.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm going with what Wiki posted, so
well. You gotta look at it this way: when Atari killed off the Jaguar 96, that started the 6th generation. So it's like right around the time that was done, 6th generation started. So
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it's
say
at the-
56 and leave it at
let's
that.
just go with what Wiki posted. I mean,
all right, 3DO, Jaguar, Saturn, PlayStation 64, FM Towns Marty, Amiga CD32, PCFX, Apple Bandai Pippin, Casio Loopy, 32X, Atari Jaguar CD, Nintendo 64 disc track.
And then we have the general Warzone, Virtual Boy, Game Color, New Pocket Edition, 1 to 1.
Whoa, hold on. That
whoa
was
there, whoa, that did not sound right.
You was out there sounding like T-Pain. Let me buy you a drink.
Oh,
Play, you sound like that right now too.
I'm gonna get back in the call.
All right, there we go.
Wow, that did not sound good.
I got money in the bank.
I had an update real quick. What the fuck? Wow.
This
All
nigga
right.
Cleveland came in like, Shorty, what you think about that? I'll be in the green Cadillac.
But who's gonna go first on this here?
as far
I think Lionel, he was here. He wasn't here last week. Oh, speaking of generation, Lionel, what's your favorite fourth gen?
FM Towns Marty.
4th gen. Wait, let me see.
Your refreshment.
Yeah, give me.
Basically, the Genesis, the Sega Genesis, the Super Nintendo,
Mega Master System, not Genesis.
Mega Drive, just Sega Genesis. Yeah, Super Famicom, Super NES, Neo Geo,
Yeah, Mega Drive.
TurboGrafx 16.
I mean, Mega Drive is Genesis. I said Master System. Master System is 4th gen.
Okay.
No, Master System is 3rd gen.
Yeah, it's not wrong there. It's 3rd gen.
4th gen is TG16, Genesis, SNES, Neo Geo, and
All right,
so on
well,
and so.
regardless.
and somehow Philips CDI.
Just
But you
just go with the wiki, what wiki posted. So
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. As far as my favorite 4th gen, since I wasn't here for last week's question, though I am an SNES man at heart, I gotta give it to the Genesis. I mean, that took me by surprise after my late mother, introduced it to me for the first time. And that's how I got in things like Sonic, Streets of Rage, Golden Axe, the old classics. That's what I feel was my favorite 4th gen, just by far, because while I had a large library of SNES games, and Cleveland can attest to this,
Yep.
I also had an equally large library of Genesis games that, thanks to my late mother, I was able to really get into it because I discovered there was a lot more to gaming outside of Nintendo, because for years I was a Nintendo man until the Genesis came around, and that kind of broadened that broadened everything else, and that's when I started discovering TurboGrafx 16 and the FM Towns Marty and PlayStation. I just broadened my experience from there because I learned that there was just much more to gaming than being one dimensional. So my favorite for the fourth is hands down Sega Genesis Mega Drive. I actually had the original one, like the big fat one, the first model, the one with the headphone jack and the volume adjuster and all that. I had that one. And then I had the Model 2 because that one had broke.
It just one day it just was like, nope, I'm done. Clocking out, boss.
It just died. Like, I turned it on, it got to the produced by Sega, and it just killed. Well, fuck. But I guess it's a double question for me. So you're wondering about fifth generation?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's look at the fifth generation, which really isn't that much. For me, it's gonna have to be, again, I'm a Nintendo man. However, fifth generation, hands down for me, Sony PlayStation. That just, Cleveland, we can attest to this. I mean, yeah, in 64, fifth generation, we had GoldenEye. You can't get better than that. But I gotta go with PlayStation because that's when my memories really took hold. Totally solid, just like the previous generation. I had a large library of games, hours of endless entertainment. It was a worthwhile system, pretty easy to maintain, and yeah, very, very easy to maintain. And then because of Sony PlayStation, that was my first foray into imported games. Dragon Ball Z Legends. That was my first imported game when I had to have the Dragon connector on the first model PlayStation. It had the serial I/O port. You had to stick that on the back.
Right.
Yeah, because Jermaine had that. He had to stick it on. He actually still has it. He still has his PlayStation, dude. The first model.
I know. He takes damn good care of his shit too.
Oh yeah, shit's in pristine condition. Because he was the one who got me from that card shop, Heroes and Legend.
Yeah, Heroes and Legends. Oh god, that's it. Back.
Yeah, the Dragon connector on the serial I/O port, and then the Game Shark, and pop that in there because it was like the that Magic CD thing that the PS2 had. Same thing. That's how I was able to play Dragon Ball Z Legends on PS1. That was my first opportunity of seeing what game. Ups here because I mean, again, 64. I'm a Nintendo man, but got to give it the PlayStation. It had the bigger library.
no, they're fucking having the same thing that happened last time with their demanding systems.
Okay.
Oh, right.
There we go.
Because there's gonna be random interruptions for a minute.
Okay. Well, shit. I'm glad I'm glad I finished my shit before Discord decided to interrupt everything. So who was next before Discord said I'll take a break, I'll be right back?
I don't know.
No, we didn't actually say who was next. Who wants to go next?
Yeah, who does want to go next?
Like I'll go ahead and hop in next. Since we're talking about the 5th generation, my 2 favorite consoles are probably the only 2 I actually fucking played were around that time, or the PlayStation and Nintendo 64. I have never played an Atari Jaguar. I've seen one, never had a chance to play it. Sega Saturn, I didn't play until late 2013, 2014. Yeah, I didn't. We never had nobody in the hood that had one.
Let alone
No, I'm wrong. Earl had
on
one.
the 3DO.
Yeah.
Earl had one, but it really rarely came out. Like, it was just literally collecting dust.
Yep.
But
I don't think anyone owned the 3DO, right? Here.
Oh,
I would not
It
know.
was $700 back in the day.
Man. Nigga, if you had a 3DO, you was too busy fucking snorting cocaine off of some titties to play that shit.
Yeah, for real.
First time I heard of 3DO was thanks to James Rolfe, AVGN.
Shit.
I seen they used to have commercials for 3DO, like whole infomercials, like they did for the CDI.
And like this in the Atari Jaguar too. Cause I remember that shitty ass infomercial. Holy fuck.
Like whole half an hour dips.
Mm-hmm. And there we go again. And are we back? Oh, yo. Blow out your cartridge, Hardy.
Yeah, it's been doing that this whole podcast.
God damn it. Yeah, like I said, Discord's having intermittent issues right now, so it's gonna be doing that to everybody off and on. But anyway, breaking down Nintendo 64, hands down my favorite console, even though PlayStation I had a lot more memories and not more games played with. Nintendo 64 just because of the get together factor with the couch co-op with like Mario Kart, Mario Party, GoldenEye, Smash Bros. I have so many memories of just chilling out in the hood with the homeboys. Yo, we about to play some Smash Bros. And everybody bring their own personal color controller over to Lionel's house.
Yep.
And just get down.
Yep, because my house back then was the shit.
It was
the spot. It was the gaming spot. Pretty much everybody. I mean, the house was big, so it was the gaming spot everybody wanted to come to after school or over on the weekend or some shit. Just go ahead and we had a big ass TV, so get some drinks, get some snacks, get them controllers out. Let's go run some shit. That's how we did it.
Did you guys play for fight money?
Nah.
There's just bragging rights.
Yeah, there's bragging rights. Or who was
fight
gonna,
money?
Or who was going to be buying somebody who's going to be buying food.
Yeah, we played for food too. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So that's they basically playing for money, but like, who's gonna buy the fucking poor boys?
Oh yeah.
All right, Lionel, you lost. I want a fries and a cheeseburger.
It was that real, dude.
But it was real tough.
When it came to buying food online, people played their absolute hardest because they wasn't buying shit.
And I want that chili. And make sure you add that chili cheese, okay?
Oh yeah. It was that real, bro. We ain't lying.
Bro, I only got $10 on me. I ain't losing a goddamn thing.
I'm not dropping a set, B.
I'm not dropping a set.
I'm not losing out
I
here.
have to work for this.
All right, I guess I'll go next. Well, I had no recollection of 3DO. Hold on.
It's trash anyway.
Yeah, it was. Well,
The only person who would pick that. The only person who would pick that as their favorite console is Trip Hawkins.
all right. Had no recollection of the Jaguar either. I mean, I played the Sega Saturn, but I really have no recollection of, what games I played. Nintendo 64, loved the party games, loved ruining friendships and yet all that. And, of course, the Mega Man game. I don't think that game was, so iffy. But, I own both consoles, and I love playing both of them. And this is actually really close for me. but I'm going with PlayStation because of its massive better gaming library for me,
Mm-hmm.
and it fit my taste.
Of course. I mean, you got to think about it. During the time that the original Sony PlayStation came out, there was a game for everyone, especially with the library, growing so fast.
Right.
You basically had you had an entire freaking thesaurus of games you could choose from, which fit everyone's style. So there was really no just one game that didn't really fit the bill. There was always something that worked.
Right.
Always. Yeah. There was no shortage of fun with the Sony PlayStation. So yeah, that's a good choice, man. Good choice.
I guess I'll go next then. I have to say it would be a tie between Sega Saturn and fucking PlayStation, man.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, we went with the Sega this time.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a tie. It's a tie. Sega Saturn. Um, I had a good amount of experience with it during the time when it was like the current system out there, and that on top of my experiences afterwards, and seeing more what the library had to offer afterwards. I think it's a real shame that it didn't take off like it should have.
But you know how Sega is, though. They always like try to jump ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily that. It's just that their Sony's hardware configuration was easier to work with, easier to unlock the visual effects.
Mm-hmm.
The Sega Saturn, like internals and specs wise, was better. But if you notice, if you look at the third party support on Sega Saturn, not a lot of companies knew how to use the system, use the tricks in the system, and unlock the other CPUs, as well as Sega did on a first party basis with their first party titles and stuff. So yeah, there was some problems with it. Sort of like superior technology, but being harder for developers to actually deal with and maximize that technology.
Mm-hmm.
But I would have to say being that was the time when the arcades started to die down a little bit, and I had a couple friends that had Sega Saturns that imported like Japanese fighting games and had the 4 meg RAM cartridges, and I was actually able to play like X-Men vs Street Fighter at the crib with friends and be able to switch out characters, and it was just like the arcade versions of the game instead of being weird like the PlayStation versions were.
Oh, right.
Yeah, like that shit was definitely a big factor in me calling it a tie, along with some of the first party games they had on Sega Saturn. But as far as my experience, man, at that time I was a PlayStation motherfucker all the way because those RPGs really turned the nigga out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'll have to say it's a close tie between Sega Saturn and PlayStation.
Definitely respect that.
There we go.
I
Yeah,
guess for
it took
me,
a lot.
like even though I owned a Nintendo 64, I was one of those people that I only had one controller, and I didn't have too many games for it, and I didn't have too many friends either. So I really don't have that much of a experience with it. Like, I mean, of course, sometimes I'll be lucky enough to get a game of 4-man GoldenEye, like over at somebody else's house or whatever. But for the most part, that system was Duke Nukem 64 and Donkey Kong 64. So I can't really say that. As much as I want to say PlayStation, I can't say that either because I never owned a PlayStation for more than a day. Because every time I would be lucky enough for like an uncle or whatever to give me their PlayStation, I would have it for that night, set it up, play it for like a couple hours, go to sleep for school, and when I got home after school, motherfucker would be pawned.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my mom would pawn it, so I never was able to actually own a PlayStation. I have one now, thankfully. I have one now. Yeah, so I guess honestly I have to say Sega Saturn, cause my uncle owned it. My uncle owned it. Marvel Superheroes, Marvel Superheroes, Fatal Fury Special.
Right.
Shit, the GOAT Die Hard Arcade.
Oh.
Die Hard Arcade, Virtual Cop,
Mm-hmm.
like all of that. That was a lot of. That was about a good. I want to say from first grade to second grade. First grade through second grade, that was Sega Saturn. Sega Saturn. So yeah, I'm about to go Sega Saturn because that's where most of my fourth generation memories lie. Of course, I played a good bit of PlayStation games, but like I said, I was never fortunate enough to own it for more than a day. Whenever I did have one, and for 64, it was just Hybrid Heaven, Donkey Kong, Banjo Kazooie, and Banjo Tooie. And, yeah.
Hybrid Heaven, damn near my favorite game on 64.
It's such a sleeper classic, though, dog.
Really
Holy fuck!
It really is Hybrid Heaven. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Saturn.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. Hey, we got a good mix. We got a good mix on this choice.
Saturn could potentially be the most underrated console of all time. I'm just saying.
You're not wrong.
Definitely. Didn't it also have fucking MK4? Or was that Sega CD?
No, that was Saturn.
That was Saturn. Yeah.
That was N64. MK4 N64.
Nah, but there was an MK on Saturn too.
No, I thought that was on Dreamcast, B.
There was on Saturn. There was a Mortal Kombat.
No, Mortal Kombat 4 was on the Sega Genesis.
Sega Genesis.
Oh no!
Sega Saturn. Sega Saturn.
Dreamcast.
I know there was a Mortal Kombat on Sega Saturn though. I remember
Mortal
seeing the
Kombat
box.
Trilogy.
Might have been Trilogy.
They had Ultimate 3.
They had two. Yep. Sega Saturn had a couple of Mortal Kombat games. They had Mortal Kombat 2 and Mortal Kombat Trilogy.
Trilogy. It was Trilogy then. It was Trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, MK Trilogy. So yeah.
Yep, it was the only two. Yeah, shit. There was only two of them. Two in Trilogy.
Yeah, Trilogy. Trilogy's the one I remember playing. All right, next email question, which I'm gonna have to bow out on this one because I only got two choices. Is a top 5 NES games with 2 honorable mentions. I only have 2 games to say, and that's Tecmo Bowl and Mario 3, Super Mario 3.
It's not bad choices. Tecmo Bowl for life, you know, but still not bad choices.
Man, niggas don't want no smoke in that Tecmo Super Bowl 2018.
Oh yeah, and the Tecmo. By the way, audience, the Tecmo Super Bowl community is still alive and well. They're always updating the roster.
Shit, DB, you remember fucking
KNOBBE.org, man.
Do you remember back when YouTube had just started implementing the fucking longer times, times for people, and you were one of them, and I had you upload that fucking Tecmo Super Bowl playthrough for me on Christmas.
Oh yeah, it's still there, by the way.
Yeah, I know it's still there. Yeah.
Blurred fucking visuals and all, it's still fucking there.
Man, I was working with a shitty laptop, fucking Hypercam too, dog. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Dude, we were using Snagit back then. Man.
Well, only certain people use Snagit.
Yep, I only use it for. I only use it for the. Believe it or not, I still use version 7 when it comes to my stage making. It's still the superior version. The new versions are ass.
I thought you were using GIMP.
No. When it comes to adding the transparency, like switching it over to PC, switching. Well, when I'm doing the old Wimugen Plus stages, I still use that. But when it comes to the 1.0 and 1.1s, I'm experimenting with the PNG.
Okay.
Yeah, but as far as that, I still use version 7. So it still works. Why not?
So top 5 NES games, huh?
With 2 honorable mentions,
All right.
All right, I'll go first then.
Yeah, go ahead, Hardy.
Okay, so my top 5 NES. I'll start with number 5, Tecmo Super Bowl. You guys already know that's always gonna be on my list.
Oh yeah.
Should be on
Number-
everybody's list.
If you're a fan of sports, yeah, but not everybody.
You ain't even got to be a fan of sports. 'Cause I'm
Nah,
not a
yeah,
fan
I
of
know.
sports.
I know niggas who never watch sports in their life and swear by Tecmo Super Bowl. It's a cultural phenomenon. Just go with
Of
it.
course,
Bo Jackson, just use Bo Jackson.
of course.
Nah.
When you got guys on ESPN
Bo
fucking
Jackson,
talking,
you a bitch. That's what that is.
yeah, you
Nah,
got-
that teammate. Nah,
but
don't use
like
that
real
team.
rap, Bo Jackson was that OP in real life. That nigga could play any sport. That nigga was a top level baseball player and football player at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Right. Number 4, Mega Man 2.
Okay. Good. Can't go wrong with the one that started a big trend and did it right. It's the perfect Mega Man game. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Number 3, The Legend of Zelda.
Okay. All right. Cool. Good.
I see everyone's thinking hard on their top
Oh, all right.
fives.
I already got my list. Tom. Keep on going.
All right.
Yeah, I'm waiting. We waiting on
All right,
you.
my number two. Can't believe I have to insert codes all day. Pretty much everyone knows which code I'm talking about. The 30 lives.
Oh yeah.
Contra.
Contra. There
Mhm.
you go. Yep. Gotta use them all too. Well, I didn't use them all. Thank goodness. Pretty much. And then followed by my number 1. Well, before I go to number 1, let me give my 2 honorable mentions. One of them is Tetris.
Okay.
Yes, Tetris. Okay.
Wait. But there was 2 versions of Tetris on NES. Which one we
You
talking?
talking Nintendo Tetris or Tengen Tetris?
Yeah, because Tengen
Yeah,
is
I did.
more rare. So which one?
Mhm.
Which one was the music? I forget.
No,
not that one, not that
It was Tengen Tetris.
No, it wasn't that
No,
one.
that's Nintendo Tetris. That music is Nintendo.
There was another one. It went da da. No, one of them went da 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 da.
Tengen Tetris.
Yeah, there you go.
The black
And then-
cartridge.
Yep. The black cartridge because Pac-Man had the same cartridge.
The Alien Syndrome too,
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah. And Roadrunner had that joint. RBI baseball.
I wish I could add another sports game, but unfortunately I couldn't. And then my other honorable mention is Galaga. That was a competitive game. Love playing for the score.
It still is. Still is, honest.
Oh,
But
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
not too
my
bad.
fucking dad at the laundromat with Gallagher. Oh, my fucking God. Oh.
Yeah. And
Did
in
everyone
fact-
did you guys lose the plane purposely first
Yeah.
or later?
Yeah,
on?
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's actually still a Galaga arcade machine I found.
You can find it at some laundromats. They're still there.
Man, you can
One.
find Cruising USA in laundromats, dog.
Yeah.
My time,
man.
or you still got your number 1.
Yeah, my number 1. Well, it's pretty popular. Super Mario Bros. 3.
Yeah.
G shit.
Yep, that's all on my list right there.
No Ninja Gaiden?
I guess I can go then.
I mean, I want again 2 honorable. It was tough adding everything.
Ain't tough for me. I already got my list.
Go ahead, Lionel.
All right, so my list, number 5, automatically Tecmo Super Bowl. I mean, because reason. Number 4 is going to be Crystalis. Number 3 is Blaster Master.
Sunsoft.
Yeah, well, of course. Number 2 is going to be what's the name of that fucking that I had in Cleveland? Little Ninja Brothers. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah, one of the few two-player RPGs because me and Cleveland used to play it by Culture Brain. We're really good company. My 2 honorable mentions: Chippendales Rescue Rangers.
Ooh.
Wow,
Duck,
that's an interesting pick.
It was a good game.
DuckTales, the original one, the fucking moon theme. Because remember, I got the remastered on my 360. So of course, I'd have to make that as the honorable mention.
DuckTales, woo!
All right. So
What's your number one?
My number one pick, Ninja Gaiden.
There it is.
There.
Okay.
Wow.
There it is.
Oh,
Because I have to fucking suffer after stage 6. Yeah, so it's Ninja Gaiden. The original one, the hardest fuck one. As a fun fact, on TurboGrafx 16 PC Engine, the game was actually easier. Not even kidding. The enemies and everything and placement was easier on TurboGrafx 16 as opposed to NES version.
You mean the Sega Master System version?
It was actually easier than that. It was seriously. It was dead easy.
All right, so I guess it must be my turn then.
Go ahead.
I don't know. There's only one that really has a specific order, and I think anybody who knows me know what number 1 is already. So I'm just get it out the way. River City Ransom is the fucking GOAT of NES games, point blank. Period.
I knew that was coming up.
Other games I put in my top for NES, Go-Go 13.
Oh yeah!
Nice pick. Well, wait. They had 2 of them. Which one?
The first one, I don't think the second one was released here, was it?
It wasn't released here. No, he's right.
The Moffat, the Moffat conspiracy. I don't think that shit was released here.
That was Japanese only.
God, Go-Go 13 is so good.
That was the first time I seen a chick get boned in a game, like implicitly. You go in the hotel, they cut the lights off and shit. You know Duke Togo is getting it Insky.
Right.
Another one, Sunsoft Batman. Is another.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, of course, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking Sunsoft, man. They were the shit back in the late 80s when it came to the fucking music, man.
Journey, another Sunsoft game, Journey to Silius.
I've never heard
Yes.
of that.
The first stage music. It's the most memorable fucking track in there, dude. I'm pulling up right now. Dude, when I say the dude, the fucking first track goes hard. It goes hard. I'm going to look for that shit right now.
All right, so I said River City Ransom, Go-Go 13, Sunsoft, Batman. Fucking Journey to Silius. Shit, there's a deadlock here. But I have to say, Blaster Master also, like, and that's 3 Sunsoft games. So,
man, Sunsoft was your lifeblood.
More like he said, the music was a big part, but just like those 3 games, Journey to Silius, Batman, and fucking Blaster Master. Like when you look at Blaster Master having the multiple modes of gameplay, to me that shit was just amazing back then.
Here you go.
And then fucking Sunsoft Batman just had a great atmosphere, great level design, great music. Like frustrated me to no end. Like, and then sometimes I would just like the dad just so I could hear the death theme. Like that shit was tight. And my 2 honorable mentions, World Boxing, which is fucking an amazing boxing game for the time, and I've always been a fan of boxing games. And Tecmo Super Bowl, man, because reasons.
No man. All right, I guess it's my turn then, huh? Okay, so top 5, starting with number 5. Let's say Double Dragon 2: The Revenge.
All right,
because that's one of my favorite beat 'em ups in the world. Not It's not the best. River City Ransom gets that, but
Oh no, I hate Double Dragon 2 just simply because of the controls.
I can understand that frustration though.
You get used to it after playing it for like an hour, but by that time I'm just like done.
All right, number 4 for me, Shadow of the Ninja, just because of the fucking amazing soundtrack. It's a Natsumi game. That soundtrack is so good.
Oh yeah.
Oh god. Number 4, Operation Wolf.
Oh yeah.
God, just the music.
I used to love playing that in the fucking arcade.
Oh, the NES was not nowhere near as good as your arcade.
Oh no! I had Operation Wolf. I bought that game because I loved it in the arcade. It's just like just that game in general. Either or is pretty fun.
Mm-hmm. Number 2, Chrysalis. And the first honorable mention is going to go to Blaster Master. It would be number 2, but Chrysalis beats it out just by a little tiny smidge. And my second honorable mention is going to be the original OG Ninja Turtles.
Ultra.
Ultra, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, you talking about the one with that bullshit ass water level?
Yeah, oh,
yeah, the one with the bullshit ass water level.
Yes, that one.
The one where Donatello was king because of his reach.
Mm-hmm.
The one where Donatello was king because he could attack upwards.
Yep. Through the fucking wall of ceilings and shit, dog.
Upwards and downwards, yo. Like that downward, you just jump on them boxes and just.
Here's a little fun fact for people who may not know. Whenever any of the turtles have less than half life, their damage increases.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a little fun fact. A lot of people didn't know.
Yeah. My brother used to do shit like switch back and forth, like during boss battles.
Mm-hmm.
Let a more beefy turtle fucking absorb the damage, pause the game, switch to a lower turtle and hit him.
Mm-hmm. And then swap back. Yeah.
Game Boy. That is on Game Boy.
And then what's your number 1? Play ball.
Oh, it's Super Mario Bros. 3. That's my goat. That's my goat. Super Mario Bros. 3. That game, I still play that game in this day. I love that game.
I want to do a pacifist run of that shit where I just don't touch anything.
Except for
Except for reality, yeah.
That'd be a good way to play.
Hey, Clay, I got something for you, bro. Let me.
Yeah, that's some really good old soundtrack. Holy fuck. That's my top.
I got something for you, Clay. I'm gonna put it in here for you. Let you peep it out.
I actually made a beat with that one.
There you go.
Yeah, with that Journey to Silius Stage 1.
Okay.
Well, there's another Sunsoft game for you. This is from PC Engine.
Oh yeah. I'm down. Like I used to have the whole Sunsoft music collection back in the day on one of my old computers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
City Hunter. I like the anime City Hunter. That shit's dope as fuck.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get up out of here for tonight. Appreciate you all for watching.
Good night, everybody. I'm having a drink for all my fucking gamers and gamettes out there. Love y'all. Thanks for watching.
Damn, what a way.
Socials out the way. Sorry, Mario.
Cleveland's in a. I mean, not Cleveland. Clay's in a hurry to pick up kids or something.
I ain't got no damn kids.
Well, then why in a hurry to say goodnight?
No, I was just being nice.
Nice, man. Come on, B.
Old blockhead ass Hardy.
All right, bye, guys.